The question here is to find the points on this line, on this given line, which is at a distance of 5 units from another point, that is P. So let me make a diagram to find it easier to understand. Let's say this be a line, and the equation of this line is given, which is x plus 2 over 3 equals y plus 1 equals 2 is equal to z minus 3 over 2. And we have to find the distance of this line from a point. Let's say I took a point here, P, and whose coordinate is given as 1, 3, 3, right? Then what we have to find out is distance of this point from a line. Find the distance. We have to find the points on the line, right? So we have to find a point. It's not a perpendicular distance. You should remember that. We have to locate a point such that the distance become 5 unit, right? So let's say Q is that point. We have to get the coordinate of this point Q. This is what we have to get, the coordinate of this point Q here, right? Now, what you have to understand that this distance between P and Q is also mentioned as 5 unit. So first what we will do is to write the coordinate of Q in terms of lambda. Comparing this with lambda, what we can say that the x coordinate of this point can be written as what? I'll be writing here. It is what? 3 lambda, right? Comparing these two, this is 3 lambda minus 2. 3 lambda minus 2. Similarly, comparing these two, we can get its y coordinate, which is 2 lambda minus 1. And its z coordinate, comparing these two, will be 2 lambda plus 3. It is 2 lambda plus 3. So once we get the coordinate of this, now what you know that the distance is given to us. And what is that distance? That is the PQ distance is given as 5. So now you can say that PQ square will be how much? 25. Now here I'm going to apply the distance formula, and distance formula is what? x2 minus x1 whole square. So this minus this whole square should give you how much? 3 lambda minus 2 minus 1, that is minus 3 whole square, plus y2 minus y1 whole square should be give you what? 2 lambda minus 1 minus 3 is minus 4 whole square. That is y2 minus y1 whole square. And likewise, first thing I did wrong, I shouldn't place under because I am already getting the square of it. The next is to find z2 minus z1 whole square the same manner. So what is z2 here? Z2 is this. So this is 2 lambda plus 3 minus 3, right? So 2 lambda minus 3 minus 3 zeros is equal to 25. Now from here we'll do expansion to obtain the value of lambda. So applying a minus b whole square, a square, which is this, plus b square is what? 9 minus 2 times a into b. So that is 18 lambda. Likewise, I'll get the expansion of this. This is a square, which is 4 lambda square, plus b square, which is 16, minus 2 times ab, 18 to 2 is 16, so minus 16 lambda. With further, this is what? This is 4 lambda square, and that is equal to 25. Now check here, this is 9 lambda 9 lambda square plus 4 lambda square plus 4. So 9 plus 8 is what? 17. 17 lambda square on this side. And if I see the other values of lambda here, that comes out to be what? This is minus 18 and minus 18 minus 16 should give you how much? Minus 34. Yeah, it should be minus 34 lambda. All right. And the constant, if I look into this, this is 9 plus 25. This is 25, right? 25 and 25 get cancelled equal to 0. So what I can see, I can take factorize it by taking 17 lambda as common. So we'll get lambda minus 2 equal to 0. Comparing this with 0, I'll get lambda equal to 0, or the value of lambda on comparing this with 0, we'll get lambda is equal to 2. Now next we are going to plug in the value of lambda over here to get the coordinate of q. Now for lambda being 0, lambda if I take 0, what are the coordinates of this point? Placing lambda as 0, I'm getting -2, -1 and 3. And by placing lambda as 2, say if I place lambda as 2 here, and therefore the coordinate of this point q should give you how much? This is placing lambda over here, that is 2. 3 into 2 is 6 minus 2, which is 4. 2 into 2 is 4. 4 minus 1, which is 3. And 2 into 2, 4. 4 plus 3 is 7. So we'll say that these are the coordinates of q, right? This is q only. So therefore, this is what we have to find out, is to find the point, right? So we had to find the point. So as you can see, there is more than one point. So the required point is, we can write that this is -2, -1, 3, or 4, 3, 7. So these are the two points. So we can, instead of saying or, we can say and, because they are, as I said, there can be other distance also whose distance from this point is same. So that's how we will do this question.